Good morning, welcome to this morning's 7 a.m. or a bit later than 7 a.m. meditation. I had a very strange night's sleep last night. Fell asleep very early, then I was awake throughout the night, and then woke up a bit later and didn't want to get up. But anyway, I'm here. It's all good. I'm going to share my crystals with you again today. This one. And I've got this fabulous rose quartz for us all to meditate with today. It's a big piece of rose quartz, which is very heavy. So I'd like to welcome you all to this beautiful day, to a new day, to a gift, because every day is a gift, isn't it? Of course. Every day is a gift. And I've got all my candles lit, which I can't really show you actually. After trying to show you last time, I might just give that a miss. So, here we are. This is my last night in my house forever. I've been here nearly 14 years and made the choice to move on, to leave, and I found somewhere else, and I'll be staying there and doing my meditations there from tomorrow night onwards. So whatever you can see behind me will probably be there tomorrow, but after that I will be reporting. My morning meditation will be from my little conservatory healing space. So it's big changes happening. Do you want to all take some deep breaths into your belly, breathing in and pushing the belly out? And as you breathe in, bringing the belly in. And if you want to say, whoever's joining this morning, if you want to say hi and say where you're tuning in from, that would be lovely to know. Morning, Lynn. Yes, and if anyone wants to give me any of those hearts, I love them, those little hearts that burst onto the screen are lovely. So as usual, I don't know what I'm going to say or do. I am surrounded by crystals this morning, so there's beautiful, more beautiful energy. I think we'll start with some silence this morning actually now. Morning, Thomas. Hi from Shrewsbury. Oh, hi Len, you're in Biddulph. Great. Lovely. What are you doing there on a Sunday? Is it the market? Maybe. I'll come and visit you soon. Oh, morning Andrea. Oh, you're in Shrewsbury too. Sweet. There's a couple of you in Shrewsbury then. And one in Biddulph. It's nice to have you here, all of you. Nice that you could take this space for yourselves this morning and tune in with me. Looks like there's somebody else. Oh, okay. Lovely. suppose you'll be out walking later then. I'm going to be moving furniture. Anyway, let's come back to silence. Maybe some more of you will join us. Actually, guys, you know, you can actually invite other people to this. I can't do it because I'm the one that's doing it live, but I think there's an option for you to invite people. If you think anyone else would like to tune in this morning, go for it. The more the merrier. Let's take some silence now. Bringing your attention to the breath and just settling in with every breath, just allowing yourself to settle and relax. Oh, I can see some more people have joined us. Please do say who you are and where you are. It's nice to know. I'm going to read a bit more of this morning. I'll just give you all a couple of minutes to come back to this space. Have a little stretch if you need to. Sorry, I've just opened it again on my dad's postcard that he left in here. This was a little cartoon that he used to draw many years ago. His little self-portrait. Bless him. Question. The war is on and there is chaos, and you are being asked to take charge of a feeding centre. You are given what is needed. It is only a question of getting through the job. Will you refuse it? Maharaji. To work or not to work is one and the same to me. I may take charge or I may not. There may be others better endowed for such tasks than I am. Professional caterers, for instance. But my attitude is different. I do not look at death as a calamity, as I do not rejoice at the birth of a child. The child is out for trouble, while the dead is out of it. Attachment to life is attachment to sorrow. We love what gives us pain. Such is our nature. For me, the moment of death will be a moment of jubilation, not of fear. I cry when I was born. I cried when I was born, and I shall again. And I shall die laughing. Question. What is the change in consciousness at the moment of death? Maharaji. What change do you expect? When the film projection ends, all remains the same, as and when it started. The state before you were born was also the state after death, if you remember. Question. I remember nothing, Maharaji, because you never tried. It is only a question of tuning in. The mind, it requires training, of course. Question. Why don't you take part in social work, Maharaji? But I am doing nothing else all the time. And what is the social work you want me to do? Patchwork is not for me. My stand is clear. Produce to distribute. Feed before you eat. Give before you take. Think of others before you think of yourself. Only a selfless society based on sharing can be stable and happy. This is the only practical solution. If you do not want it, fight. Question. It is all a matter of gunas. Where tamas and rajas predominate, there must be war. Where sattva rules, there will be peace. Maharaj. Put it wherever you like, it comes to the same. Society is built on motives. Put goodwill into the foundations and you will not need to specialise. You will not need specialised social workers. Question. The world is getting better? Maharaji. The world had all the time to get better, yet it did not. What hope is there for the future? Of course, there have been and will be periods of harmony and peace where sattva was in ascendance, but things get destroyed by their own perfection. A perfect society is necessarily static, and therefore it stagnates and decays. From the summit all roads lead downwards. Societies are like people. They are born, they grow to some point of relative perfection, and then decay and die. Is there not a state of absolute perfection which does not decay? Maharaji, whatever has a beginning must have an end. In the timeless, all is perfect, here and now. Question. But shall we reach the timeless in due course? Maharaji, in due course we shall come back to the starting point. Time cannot take us out of time, as space cannot take us out of space. All you get by waiting is more waiting. Absolute perfection is here and now, not in some future, near or far. The secret is in action, here and now. It is your behaviour that blinds you to yourself. Disregard whatever you think yourself to be and act as if you were absolutely perfect. Whatever your idea of perfection may be, all you need is courage. Where do I find such courage? Maharaji, in yourself, of course. Look within. Question. Your grace will help. Maharaji, my grace is telling you now, look within. All you need, you have, use it. Behave as best as you know. Do what you think you should. Don't be afraid of mistakes, you can always correct them. Only intentions matter. The shape things take is not within your power. The motives of your actions are. Question. How can action born from imperfection lead to perfection? Maharaji. Action does not lead to perfection. Perfection is expressed in action. As long as you judge yourself by your expressions, give them utmost attention when you realize your own being. Your behaviour will be perfect spontaneously. Question. If I am timelessly perfect, then why was I born at all? What is the purpose of this life? Maharaji. It is like asking, what does it profit gold to be made into an ornament? The ornament gets the colour and the beauty of gold. Gold is not enriched. Similarly, reality expressed in action makes the action meaningful and beautiful. Question. What does the real gain through its expressions? Maharaji. What can it gain? Nothing whatsoever, but it is the nature of love to express itself, to affirm itself, to overcome difficulties. Once you have understood that the world is love in action, you will look at it quite differently. But first, your attitude to suffering must change. Suffering is primarily a call for attention, which itself is a movement of love. More than happiness, love wants growth, the widening and deepening of consciousness and being. Whatever prevents becomes a cause of pain, and love does not shrink from pain. Sattva, the energy that works for righteousness and orderly development, must not be thwarted. When obstructed, it turns against itself and becomes destructive. When love is withheld and suffering allowed to spread, war becomes inevitable. Our indifference to our neighbourhood's sorrow brings suffering to our door. Our intention is the most powerful thing. Whatever we are doing, it's our intention that matters. Whether it's healing, groups, meditation, whatever it is that we're doing, work. Our work is our love. Work is love in action, and work is also meditation. It's a form of meditation. It can become a meditation, as life can become a meditation. When we are here and now with everything and remain alert and aware of being here with everything, whatever's happening. Whatever we commit ourselves to becomes our meditation. So many words for everything, and yet the words don't really touch the sides. It's all so far beyond words. Far beyond the mind's understanding. Does anybody have any questions this morning about any of that, or anything that they would like to discuss as a group here this morning? It's nice to open the space for questions. We must remember that each one of us affects the whole. Good morning, Pauline. Oh, hi, Thomas. I think at the bottom of the screen, I guess it depends where you're watching this, there should be an option to invite people. If you just have a look around, there should be something. I'm just gazing at these candles, and what's coming through is just our uniqueness and our ability to change everything. There's often a notion that we can't make a difference to what's happening in the world, or we don't make a difference, or we're not powerful enough, or whatever the idea might be. And it's not true. Everything that goes on inside of us with our intentions is affecting the whole, because we're living in one system and we're a part of that one system, that unity, that universe being one song, one verse, song. And in the universe, we're all creating a vibration, and the vibration is through our intention. That's lovely, Pauline. Do you have any questions this morning, Pauline? Was there anything you'd like me to talk about? I'm just opening the space this morning. Because our bodies are mostly space, and each of our cells is space, But that space isn't emptiness. It's actually full. It's full of potential. It's full of the infinite creative energy that creates worlds and universes and birth and brings us into being. So when we meditate and we raise our vibration, we raise the energy in ourselves. We bring forth and call forth that universal life force creative energy that's laying dormant, you could say, some of the time, waiting for an intention, waiting for encouragement, inspiration to move through this body. Pauline, how can we keep peacefulness? That's a lovely comment. We can't keep anything. We can't hold on to anything. Let go of any ideas about holding on to anything, because we are feeling everything in every moment. The peacefulness comes when we can be in acceptance of what's happening within us. So if there is joy, we accept the joy and we don't try to hold on to it. If there is sadness, we accept the sadness and we don't try to hold on to it. Whatever is coming in any moment, any experience, which we could label good or bad, but as soon as we label something good or bad, it becomes suffering or not suffering, where everything is just happening in this moment, eternally, constantly. Peace is always available to us, but it's a choice. So we can choose to be peaceful, we can choose to be at peace with whatever's happening. So we're either against what's happening, or we're fighting against what's happening, and we're resistant, or we're open. We're wide open and we're in acceptance and we're loving of what's happening, whatever it might be, however it shows up. So you could be, not feeling so well, and instead of fighting that feeling of not feeling well, you accept that that's how you're feeling in that moment. And really then is the only opportunity for a shift to take place, because when we were at war within ourselves, no matter what it might be, whether it's about how we're feeling, a situation, if we create any kind of fight within ourselves, this is the war that shows up in the world. It starts right here. So to be aware, to remain in a space of openness and feeling, to feel what's going on, to be aware of how we're feeling, and not to push things away or even try and label things, because there's so much moving through us all the time. The whole universe is moving through this, through all the cells. The possibilities are endless. And the peace comes from a contentment with knowing that whatever is happening is okay, and that everything is passing, and that what doesn't pass is the eternal, essential part of your being. And there lies the peace. That there's a part of you that's immovable, unchangeable, always present, always available. And it is a choice, if somebody's trying to, start an argument with us. We can choose to get involved, or we can choose not to get involved. We always have a choice. We can use our intention. There's peace as a guidance to what is a peaceful action. What's peaceful and loving towards ourselves? What's peaceful and loving towards others? There's really no holding on. The thing is that everything is already here, it's always available to us. We think when we have joy, oh, I need to hold on to the joy because it might go. Well, it will go, and then it will come back. Or we're meditating, and we feel bliss, and we want to hold on to that feeling of bliss. But we can't, because we can't hold on to anything, because we are not that. We are everything, so there is nothing and everything happening here. As soon as we hold on to anything, we lose what's actually present, what's real and true. Let go. Let go. Let go of everything. We are so conditioned to try to control life, to attempt to control it in as many ways as possible, and this leads to all kinds of very interesting behaviours and thought patterns. It leads to the insanity in the world, really. But we're not meant to control everything. The world is happening and we are in it but not of it. We are a part of it. We influence it. Let go and let God. Ease the control, ease the need for control. And life just opens up. It just shows you what you need to see. Ask the questions and life will reveal the answers. You're very welcome, Pauline. Thank you for asking. Thomas, your question's making me giggle. How does one prepare to scuba dive in a cup of tea? I'm not really sure what you mean by that, but I would say that making a cup of tea is a meditation in itself. Anything we are putting our attention to is a meditation. I had a beautiful experience a few years ago with my cup of tea. As I looked into the cup, I noticed that there was no barrier between me and the cup and the tea. All was one. You can scuba dive in your tea anytime you like. Just bring your attention to the tea. Does anybody else have any questions that they would like to ask this morning to open up this space for conversation? I'm actually not sure of the time either, so if anyone could let me know what the time is, that would be really great. Yeah, life is just happening. As soon as we attempt to control or manipulate it in some way, we create suffering. If we can be with it exactly as it shows up, we are free. There is the freedom. And if we can have courage and openness and be inquisitive, then life will reveal itself. Thank you, Pauline. Oh goodness, I think I've been on here for a while. Oh, so lovely to connect with you all today. Please do share this if you'd like to. I think we'll have a minute's silence, and yeah, let's do that. Just a minute. You can close your eyes if you want to. Have a blessed day, everybody. Much love to you all. Thank you for giving yourselves the space this morning. Thank you for the questions and comments. And have a beautiful day. Sending you much love and much crystal healing energy. I'll show you this one again, it's very heavy. Rose quartz energy coming to all of you.